How we doing today, folks? Me again. I just wanted to bring y'all a video from a rock star at the Trump rally. This lady's a true American patriot. If she does half of what she says she wants to do and is half as good as she talks. Trump supports her. This lady will probably be the next Secretary of State up there. And just check out the video. Very impressive. Thought you'd like it. If you haven't already seen it, check her out.
My name is Kristina Karamo, your next Michigan Secretary of State. And I say your because my responsibility is to serve the people of Michigan, irrespective of political affiliation, irrespective of any other office or any other thing. You know, the current office holder, whose name I won't even say, she's not even a Democrat. She's an authoritarian leftist who treats the people of Michigan like the unwashed masses. Who does this woman think she is, that the people of Michigan don't have the right to question her? Who does this woman think she is, that the people of Michigan don't have the right to scrutinize the election process? That is what happens when you have people in government who do not know and do not care about the state or the U.S. Constitution. Last time I checked, according to my First Amendment rights, I have the right to redress my grievances to my government without being called an insurrectionist, without being called a big life proponent. Who do these people think they are? They work for us. You know, I absolutely love being an educator. And I went to theology school, earning my master's in Christian apologetics, because fundamentally the problems in our nation are spiritual. That's the reality that we're dealing with. But even with that being said, being politically active is always important to me. And what I witnessed during the 2020 election, and what I witnessed is the media cover-up that sought to demonize citizens who came forward to tell the truth. Let me tell you something, folks. The reason why we have so much corruption in government, because of our corrupt media, who instead of honoring the First Amendment right, which is freedom of the press, why do you think you have corrupt, dishonest criminals like Nancy Pelosi in office for 30 years? Because they protect her. And they're protecting the current Secretary of State. And when we came out and told the public what we saw, we were called liars by our media, who should have asked us questions and scrutinized what we said, but they tried to demonize us. I have a right to scrutinize my government. And let me be very clear that corruption in our election systems is a national security threat. I do not care what your political party is. Every citizen should be concerned, and we should have a secure election process for everybody. But those aren't the only issues in the Secretary of State's office. When I go around to people and talk to the people of Michigan, and I talk to a handicapped person who had to wait months to get into the Secretary of State's office. For many people, getting out of their car and walking to the door is easy. But for a person who is handicapped, that's a chore. When I talk to a business owner who had to wait months to get in to get their vehicle service for their company, they're losing thousands of dollars. And the Queen doesn't care because we're the unwashed masses who can't ask her questions. That stops with me. That's why I'm running for Secretary of State. You know, what's so interesting, going around the state of Michigan, I talked to Democratic clerks who don't even like her. So I'm ready to serve the people of Michigan. The problem in government isn't that we don't have people who don't know what they're doing or they're confused. The problem is corrupt people. And as I go around talking to citizens in the state of Michigan, Republicans, Independents, Democrats, they are loving our MAGA message, because the MAGA movement isn't about a person, it's not about a party, it's about protecting and defending our republic, the United States of America. So I thank you all for coming out here tonight to support us. I look forward to being the next Secretary of the State of Michigan to serve everybody in the state of Michigan. And let me say this before I walk off this stage. Everybody get involved. The reason why our country is in the situation it is in because so many of us have been living off the fat of the land that we haven't been doing our jobs. Growing up, I always share this, I grew up with a lot of immigrants. And when you talk to immigrants, they have such a deep appreciation of America because they know what government tyranny is. Where I grew up, a lot of my classmates were from Iraq. And one of my classmates, when he arrived in our neighborhood, he couldn't speak any English. By the time we got to high school, he would share with us what his experience was in his home country. And then several years later, I saw him volunteering at a Republican state convention because he got it. We need to get it. Get involved. Save America for our children, our grandchildren.